What's going on, guys? I'm that cologne guy E. Actually, I'm a Layton the Scent God, and this is Simply Put Sense. And guys, as you can see, it's St. Patrick's Day. And people are having an amazing time out there on Fifth Avenue. You're going to be hearing a lot of trumpets and all this other stuff and a lot of bagpipes, guys. I'm just saying. I hope you're all doing well. I wanted to share with you all an amazing discovery that I just found out about. I wanted to talk to you about new fragrances that are being released and that have been out a little bit, but I wanted to get into them because they're practically brand new. And I also wanted to share with you all really great news, really great news that I'm so excited about discussing with you all. But yeah, let's get into it. But I really want to start with something really awesome. I'm just going to share with you some really awesome news that's happening, and let's get into that. Let's go straight into breaking news. So guys, it is an amazing pleasure to share with you some really great news. And what that news is, so I'm going to be doing a pop-up at Bergdorf Goodman. Normally, as you all know, on my YouTube channel, wait a minute, really quick guys. If you're in the comments and the outside noise is too loud, let me know, guys. Please let me know if it's distracting. I kind of like hearing bagpipes. That's kind of like my background music for today. But if it's doing too much, you let me know. Anyway, thank you so much again for joining this channel, guys. On Simply Put Scents, we talk about some of the best and worst fragrances on the market. I like to share with you fragrances that you need to know about, not fragrances that I can make money off of you from talking about. I like to talk about brands and fragrances that I think deserve the focus, and I don't get anything out of it. It's just passion, guys. But yeah, if you find that music is a little too much, you please let me know and I will take care of it. I'll shut the window, you know what I mean? Anyway, hope you're all doing blessed, guys. It's an amazing, very gray day out on Fifth Avenue. But of course the music and the energy and the vibe is making it a really sunny day. So it's actually a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to be alive, St. Patrick's Day. So yeah, guys, I wanted to talk to you all about a couple of new fragrances, as I mentioned, that you definitely need to know about. I would say they're all very well crafted, very well done, very well blended. I've worn the majority of them, so I really want to share my experiences with you about them. And we're going to start right out the gate, but Bergdorf Goodman is doing a pop-up. And the pop-up is my fragrance choices for spring. So I chose basically 20 fragrances that are excellent for spring. And it's going to be displayed in an area in the store once held by Fuesia. Fuesia is no longer in Bergdorf Goodman. And so they're taking that space and turning it into a curated space of my choices as the fragrance ambassador for Bergdorf Goodman. An amazing opportunity, I have to say. I'm very proud that my choices of perfumes will be featured in the store. A couple of those fragrances are here on this table. And I'm really proud, guys. It's gonna be an amazing experience. If you guys come by, we're gonna be doing an amazing event in the store, and I cannot wait. So what is that event? So basically from in a couple of days, we're going to be launching the Bergdorf Goodman experience of my fragrance choices. And let me see, I want to show you. Do I have an invite? I'm going to be sharing with you all an invite, and I'm going to make a post of it on my YouTube channel. But anyway, I'm really excited because it's going to be a space featuring my curated picks that I absolutely love in the store that are amazing for spring. I'd love to invite you all to come by, but on March 27th through the 30th, we're actually having an in-store event for that space, dedicated to that space. I'd love to invite you all to come by and have some fun with us, exploring fragrances for the spring. I think it's going to be really cool. It's going to be a really awesome experience, and as you all know, Bergdorf Goodman does it up when it comes to events. So I'd love to invite you all, and I think you're going to have an amazing time if you are able to come through. But yeah, let's get into this video. The purpose of this video is discussing new fragrances that have not really made a lot of noise yet, but are about to drop. One of them is Eladaria by Creed. Now, as you all know, I do have a very interesting love-hate relationship when it comes to Creed. I do find their fragrances really, really, really beautiful, but I also find some of the times I'm not the most impressed, you know? So it's very, very hit or miss for me. And I love what they've done in the past, especially, but sometimes when it comes to like smelling what they're doing now, it's like, yes, I like them, and yes, I don't. Some of them I don't, some of them I do. So again, hit or miss for me. But I have to say, I really appreciate the fact that Creed is trying to incorporate more feminine-friendly fragrances in their lineup. The brand has always been known as like a very, very masculine-leaning line, brand in general. A lot of their most iconic fragrances are made for men. However, they have been recently, they've been making it a focus to offer feminine options that are wearable, modern, and I find them to be, most of the time, very, very pleasant and well done. So, Eladaria. I think Eladaria, out of the new fragrances that Creed has dedicated to women, including Carmina and Queen of Silk, I feel like Eladaria is probably the best of the three. I'm wearing it right now, and it is pretty. It's one of the more pretty takes on a citrusy rose fragrance that I've smelled in BG and smelled in general. Like, it's very, very well crafted. It's soft. It's not overly heavy or too much. But what I really, really enjoy about it is that it's just like a very, very attractive experience that doesn't come across like a money grab per se. It smells classy. It smells like the wife of the man who would wear Creed Aventus or Creed Green Irish Tweed or Creed Arofa. All of the classic fragrances, Millésime Impérial, all of the classic masculine options. Eladaria smells like a complimentary fragrance made for women who love the man that loves to own Creed. You know what I mean? Very, very much kind of like, this fragrance is not a departure from the brand's aesthetic. It's actually right aligned with what they've done so far, or what they've done in the past. Like, this is a rose fragrance that reminds me a little bit of Lyric Man by Amouage, but this rose fragrance is, again, fresher, a little bit more crisp, very, very clean, almost like a rose water-ish type of experience, kind of like an aquatic experience with that citrusy rose experience. It's very, very juicy in my opinion, and very almost aquatic leaning. I'm not mad at this, I have to say. And typically, I've been a little bit off I've been torn when it comes to Creed, especially a lot of their more recent releases. But I have to say, if you're someone who loves a clean, pretty rose fragrance, it'll be really difficult to hate this scent. Now, the longevity is the part that I really need to focus on, because to be honest with you, I cannot really gauge the performance when I've worn it because I've always had a lot of other fragrances on, and I need to really dedicate a wearing of it. Clearly, it wasn't a fragrance that was, it's not what I would describe as, it's not a fragrance that I would describe as completely unisex. I definitely feel like this leans more masculine, but it definitely has this really, really beautiful, fresh, perfect sunny day grab type of experience that I think a lot of people, especially a lot of ladies, will find compelling and very pretty. Is it much better than Queen of Silk? I think so. To me, this compared to Queen of Silk is a non-comparison. But I'm curious to let you know what's in this perfume, because I find this fragrance to be absolutely beautiful and one of the prettier releases by Creed. If I were to go on Parfumo, and I want you to see my screen, So if you go in Parfumo, you'll see that Eladaria, created in 2025, is considered a floral, powdery, fresh fragrance. It features notes of bergamot, mandarin, pink pepper, lily of the valley, peony, powdery notes, rosa centifolia, amber, cashmere wood, musk, and vanilla. It's definitely a musky, citrusy rose. And those are the main notes that I get from it. Now, there's a powdery note element in this fragrance, but this doesn't really come across like a Johnson. This doesn't smell like baby powder, but it does have a powderiness. I don't consider it too much though. The bergamot and the mandarin orange really pops. The pink pepper adds an extra spice, but not overly spicy, I would say. I think this is really going to do well in the summer. I think a lot of women is going to smell Eladaria and really, really appreciate it. A lot of ladies, you know, especially ladies like that Upper East Side type of lady, she's definitely going to want to smell this. It's very, very elegant also. So finally, I have to say, I feel like this is one of the first releases from Creed in their new era where it kind of smells like fitting in with their older era. You know what I mean? So not a bad release, a very, very interesting release. It's rated really well on Parfumo with 20 ratings. And I have to say, I do find it to be around a, you know, I'm aligned with their rating, to be honest with you. I don't find this to be excellent, but I do find it to be a lot above average. It's very above average in my opinion, and a really, really well done, pretty fresh take on a rose scent. Yeah. So that was the first fragrance I wanted to talk to you all about. The second fragrance I wanted to talk to you all about is one of my favorite new musk perfumes. Now this is another very, very feminine friendly musk. It's called Musc de Soie by Van Cleef and Arpels. And this perfume is gorgeous. And here goes those snares and those bagpipes. But I really, really do appreciate this perfume also. This fragrance features white musk, aldehydes, benzoin, sandalwood, cashmerean, and neroli. This is a very, very powdery musk, however. And you want to know something, guys? I think this might be a really good time to close the window. Okay. Pardon that, guys. Think it was doing too much, you know? But anyway, here, let's go back. So, what I find really, really interesting about this perfume is how clean and almost cloud, like it almost feels like when you're wearing this fragrance, you're like on a cloud, or you're like on really, really clean, fluffy pillows. Like this fragrance reminds me of like just laying in the most comfortable, fluffy pillows or clouds. It's very, very, very beautiful. A very high quality fragrance in my opinion. Musc de Soie definitely fits in the world of Van Cleef and Arpels. Van Cleef is one of the most amazing designer brands in the fragrance world. And it also is a brand that I feel like doesn't get the attention they deserve. You don't hear a lot about Van Cleef and Arpels fragrances too much on TikTok, Instagram. Generally speaking, you don't hear about them a lot. And I think a lot of the time it's because of the fragrance being, the brand being a lot more inaccessible than your typical brand, typical designer brand for sure. Like you're not gonna find Van Cleef and Arpels perfumes in Sephora, Macy's, Ulta. They're really, really hard to find. And I am a huge, huge huge supporter of the Van Cleef and Arpels company. I do feel like this brand in the fragrance world, they offer quality at a price that's very, very, very compelling. So what's in this perfume? Again, white musk, aldehydes, benzoin, sandalwood, cashmere, and neroli. This fragrance, according to other people, has a really, really easy, breezy longevity. But what I find is that this fragrance does last a very long time. But you get really, really nose blind to musk very, very quickly. So that typically I feel will happen when a wearer wears this perfume. You will not be able to notice it, but other people around you will be able to experience it and tell you how good you smell. And I really feel like this is going to do well, like Eladaria, for the summer. It's a recent release. I think it just came out last year, but most of the stores received it in 2025, especially in the US. Sophia Labe made this perfume, and she's done some really interesting fragrances in the past. Let's see, like she's done Valentino Uomo Intense, she's done Jasmine Noir by Bulgari, she's done Russian Leather, Rose Magnetic by Essential Parfum. Okay. I really, really liked a lot of these. Let's see, what are some of her most popular? Ah, that is. Oh no. So yeah, Sophia Lab, she's doing her thing, but Labe, I forgot, excuse that. She's doing her thing, but yeah, Musc de Soie, really, really clean, very, very elegant, very, very refined, powdery, fresh, clean, refreshing. I mean, I just keep saying it, but that's literally what you're getting when you wear this perfume. And again, a fragrance that just definitely smells a lot more expensive than it costs. I could expect a fragrance like this costing over $350, to be honest with you, and it's nowhere near that crazy. So Van Cleef & Arpels did an excellent job with that fragrance. Now, I talked about this scent a couple of weeks ago. Excuse me, guys, for not being on the channel for the last couple of weeks. It was very, very busy for me. I had to basically, I had to prepare for the pop-up that we're doing in Bergdorf Goodman that they're allowing me to do in the store. And so I had to prepare for that and kind of like consider what fragrances that I was going to add. It kind of is like, to be honest with you guys, it was kind of like a top 20 fragrance list that I normally do on Simply Put Scents, but for the store and live product, you know, it wasn't like, it's fascinating. So kind of like my spring fragrance list is in that area. But anyway, this is also a fragrance that's being featured in that location in the store. It's called Blanc Galaxy by the brand Balmain. Balmain, I think, is killing it. A lot of their fragrances are very, very niche. A lot of them are not what I would describe as easy or commercial. And this fragrance might be the most easy fragrance they've released so far. And in the context of the brand, that's not a bad thing, because all of the fragrances from Balmain are what I would describe as interesting, challenging, different. They're not easy, breezy, simple fragrances. They're very, very well considered, well thought, very, very challenging fragrances. They're not built for the masses. They're definitely built for people with particular taste and well-informed taste, if you will. So Blanc Galaxy is, again, another welcome addition to the line, because this is the perfect dumb reach fragrance in that collection. And they don't have many. Actually, they probably have none. You know, Carbone is really easy to wear. Rouge is easy to wear, but they're complex. They're not easy fragrances. They're not simple, pretty fragrances. They're more beautiful than pretty. This, though, is a pretty scent that men can wear as well. It's really, really clean citrus. So Blanc Galaxy is all about citrus. I talked about it before, but again, it deserves to be discussed again. This fragrance features bergamot, cardamom, citron, green mandarin orange. This note called Buddha's hand. I love to hear that. You're going to start hearing Buddha's hands in fragrances going forward. It's a really funky looking citrus that literally looks like fingers. It's like they look like jalapenos, but with a citrus scent. And it's fascinating. They look like jalapenos or bananas almost, but they're citrus. Anyway, Buddha's hands, guys. This fragrance, though, man, I'm enjoying this a lot. It's so refreshing. It is absolutely beautiful. It comes across very, very very refreshing, and oops, so sorry guys. Do. Ay. Okay. I don't know why this is happening. Pardon me, guys. Hold on real quick. Do. Oh, God. Well, guys, this looks crazy. Bear with me, though. I'm almost there. Do. Oh my God, this is crazy funny. This is crazy. Now you seeing my shoes. I swear, guys, I need a producer ASAP. Y'all want to help me? Y'all want to be my producer? Oh no, this is wild. Okay. Ay, Dios mío. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, guys. But, yeah. So, I was talking about Blanc Galaxy. And, yeah, here we go. So, an amazing fragrance. Definitely worth your time. I think it's going to be absolutely brilliant. Oh, my gosh. In that summer months ahead. In the spring, summer, you're absolutely gonna love this fragrance. You definitely should get a chance to try it. I don't find a lot of places that offer it, but I would love to offer it to you when you come to our pop-up, well, to my pop-up at Bergdorf Goodman, starting this Thursday through the 30th in Bergdorf Goodman. Ah, such a beautiful fragrance. So, yeah, if you want something that's a little bit more floral, fresh, natural, and pretty, this fragrance I think will do well. Men and women, young guys will absolutely love this also. And this fragrance is only $260 for the 50 mil, and I really do like the price point of Balmain fragrances because it's a brand that could easily, again, charge $350 plus, and they don't. So, that's actually a cool thing and a benefit, I would say. A really cool benefit. Also, last and not least, I wanted to share with you all an amazingly beautiful vanilla. This is a fragrance called Out of the Blue by a brand called St. Rose. And guys, you've heard me mention St. Rose a few times. I've discussed St. Rose due to their amazing experience, Gypsy Cowboy, French poetry, Terre Rouge. They've done really beautiful fragrances. And Out of the Blue is the newest scent from St. Rose, which is also a clean beauty brand. Fragrances that will not give you headaches, make your skin itch, and offer you an unpleasant experience, if you will. I love this brand, guys. I honestly feel like St. Rose is absolutely beautiful. Discussed also, a brand that a lot of people ignore and shouldn't at all, because St. Rose kills it. They really do. And they also are a brand that, even though they're a clean beauty brand and a natural line, their fragrances absolutely do stick on skin. And I've been wearing Out of the Blue all day. As soon as I walked in a building, I sprayed this fragrance and I love it. It's got a chocolatey vanilla thing going on. It's really interesting, very different from your typical like vanilla fragrances. the mix of the chocolate is really, really, really well done. It kind of reminds me a little bit also of, like, to me, this is a better version of Silky Woods, the intense version, the extrait version of Silky Woods by Goldfield and Banks. I feel like this is in that world, but I really like the way this is done. It's not a heavy-handed experience like I feel like Silky Woods Intense or the extrait version of that fragrance is. Honestly, I really love that. I own that fragrance also. But Out of the Blue, I think, takes it to another level and steps it up a bunch, guys. And when I first saw this name, I was like, isn't this like, this is a citrus, ain't it? Out of the Blue makes you think like this is going to be some aquatic experience in perfume. But boy, was I shocked. And I think that's probably why it's considered Out of the Blue or called Out of the Blue. Because when you smell it, it really shocks you. It's really interesting. It's really, really beautiful and very, very well done. I'm absolutely blown away by this fragrance. It's not also overly gourmand. Even though it features chocolate and vanilla, I don't feel like I'm wearing a cupcake. I don't feel like I'm wearing chocolate cake or vanilla cake or whatever cake. I don't feel like a dessert. But it is a really beautiful take on vanilla. And what is in Out of the Blue? What is in Out of the Blue? Well, this fragrance features tangerine, violet leaf absolute, ambrette seed absolute, carrot, geranium, orris root, and that's where the waxiness is coming from. Because there is almost like a chapstickiness about this fragrance that's kind of reminding me similar to that Silky Wood experience, because that fragrance also has kind of like a lipsticky waxiness that reminds you of like a flavored chapstick, you know what I mean? Or a flavored lipstick. Or if you were like, I don't want to be too descriptive, but it tastes like lipstick or a chapstick that has a flavor, you know? But damn, is it nice. The bottom notes though, Madagascar cacao shell, patchouli, tonka bean, vanilla. The patchouli in this fragrance isn't over the top, isn't overdone, thankfully. But it definitely adds depth and earthiness to the scent. It is absolutely crazy. I feel like this fragrance also will do really well in the spring evenings. I probably would not wear this fragrance during the summer. I would have probably, if I were the brand, released this in the fall because it would really get a lot of wear fall, winter. But you could still get away with this in the evenings when it's not humid. And I think that'll definitely work in that respect. So altogether, I feel like all of these fragrances are worth getting the lady. And honestly, guys, each and every one of these fragrances I feel like would fit any person looking for a beautiful fragrance for the spring. They're all really, really well done, well priced, except for this one. This one is gonna hurt your pocket, you know? It's gonna hurt, but at least it's good. You know what I mean? At least it's good. It definitely smells like a lyric. It smells like Lyric Man, but for women, to be honest. But with a ton of fresh citrus and clean white musk. Just crazy. I think a lot of women are going to smell beautiful wearing this though. If you can afford this and you want to smell pretty, you can't go wrong, honestly. But again, a lot of people might wait for the counterfeit fragrance from Lattafa. So it is what it is. I bet you everybody on TikTok, that's what they're waiting for. They're waiting for that dupe. They're waiting for that Alexandria, Dua, Lattafa, Afnan, whatever the hell other brands, Alhambra, this one and that one. They're all gonna make a fake one, I'm sure. But will it smell as nice as this? Will it smell as upscale, as bougie as this? Maybe not, I don't know. You never know though. So Yeah, guys, I wanted to put you onto those fragrances, and I wanted to share with you my event that's happening starting this week all the way until the 30th of March. I would love to invite you all to come by and experience a really, really awesome time in Bergdorf Goodman. It would be an honor. I hope you're all doing exceptionally well. I'm curious, let's see. Can't wait to attend the pop-up. Thank you so much, Joe. I hope you attend also, bro. It's gonna be cool, man. It's gonna be real cool. And Dominique, you would like to know my thoughts on Quartier d'un Soir. Quartier d'un Soir is an absolutely beautiful rose fragrance. I love Cartier. I think Cartier is another beautifully done. They're kind of like Cartier and Van Cleef are kind of like in that same world where they're really, really well done and kind of ignored because everybody's onto this Jean Paul Gaultier thing. Everybody's onto the, like, you know, everybody's on to, let's say, like, you know, the typical subjects, you know what I mean? The typical brands. But Cartier gets ignored all the time. Van Cleef and Arpels gets ignored all the time. Comme des Garçons gets ignored all the time. And that's unfortunate because all three of those brands are insanely wonderful. And they're really, really well done, well blended, well crafted, well considered fragrances that don't allow you to smell basic. You know what I mean? So that's one of the reasons why I'm a huge fan of brands like Cartier and Van Cleef, YSL's Le Vestiaire collection, excellent designer niche house. A lot of these designer brands are doing their thing. Dries Van Noten, excellent designer niche line, excellent. A lot of them are interesting, a lot of them are wearable. So you have a nice selection if you want to come across more artisanal or if you want to just smell really nice. You know what I mean? And there's room for everything when you consider that. There's a time when you want to smell nice, and then there's a time when you want to smell interesting. And I love a brand that can offer you both, as opposed to just a bunch of, like, you know, basic B fragrances that are easy, or just weird fragrances that nobody will appreciate or nobody has the ability to make sense of. You know, that's not, both extremes are not good in my opinion, and things that I don't prefer. What's going on, Cheryl? Hope you're blessed. I hope you're having an awesome day, Cheryl. How's your Monday? What's going on, Big Pa? Oh man, thank you so much, bro. I'm really appreciating you saying that you had a great time with me walking around the store and smelling some really cool stuff. That's an absolute awesome thing to say, man. Thank you so much. What's going on, G-Man? How you doing? And Nats, oh, thank you so much for coming through. You all are awesome, guys. I really appreciate you all. Pardon me for the weird, I don't know what's going on. I think my camera has to do like a firmware update. And sometimes when I do certain gestures with my hand, this camera does some weird stuff and does some weird stuff that I need to figure out. So forgive me for the little technical issues in the middle, but you know, we're a work in progress, and this is all live. So it is what it is. It happens. I'm a one-man show up in here. So, so I appreciate you all for your patience. You know, thank you so much. But yeah, I'm curious, guys, what have you all been smelling? What have you all been getting into? What's going on, Carl? Kamal, my bad. Excuse me. What's going on, bro? Hope all is well. He is the best. Oh, come on now. Y'all are really, really blowing the smoke today. Come on. I like hearing it. I'm not going to be mad at you, you know? Thank you so much, guys. I'm really, really grateful to have an audience like you, for sure, for sure. And I really, really hope that you all can find a way to make it to Bergdorf's during my pop-up. You know, fragrance ambassador choices at Bergdorf Goodman, never been done before, ever. I'm the first fragrance ambassador of this building, and no one has ever had the opportunity to curate fragrances from other brands and put them in one spot so people don't have to feel overwhelmed by the choices. They can literally just come to where I'm at and have an awesome consultation and leave the store without feeling overwhelmed and kind of like misled or whatever And it's going to be awesome. Not that that would happen typically, because my coworkers don't do that, but you know how it can be when you go to stores. They'll say whatever to sell a fragrance, but it's awesome. You can just literally come hang out with me for a while, smell some really awesome fragrances for the spring. You know, I chose 20 of them. So, and the space is so dope, guys. It looks insane. It literally is set up like an art gallery. So you walk into the space, and it's kind of this really awesome round like experience, and the fragrances are on pedestals on the wall. Come on now. They really did it up. The visual team at Bergdorf, the best in the department store world. Like, this store knows how to reimagine things and make it happen, you know? So I'm really, really proud of this pop-up space and this experience that that I cannot wait to offer my clients and my guests, or people who just come into the store wanting to smell amazing for the spring. You know what I mean? Oh, the St. Patrick's Day parade is over, guys. No more bagpipes. Okay. Now the store is about to open. You know, usually when there's a parade on Fifth Avenue, very few people actually walk in the store, because most people who most people who shop at Bergdorf, they don't want to have to deal with people that's at a parade. You know what I mean? I mean, we have that type of audience. I mean, they don't. But now that the parade is over, we'll finally start seeing some people walking in, and I'm looking forward to that. It's been a really cool day. Again, let me give you a little quick rundown. Okay. Eladaria, again, giving me that Amouage vibe. Not mad at that, though. Not mad at that. It's kind of doing it in a more musky way, though. So, loving it real quick. I'm a rose fan. Like, I have to tell you guys, I own probably about 40 or 50 rose fragrances alone. And I don't have a rose fragrance that smells like this. Although this would be the most pretty of the rose fragrances I would own, I have to be honest. I typically like rose fragrances that are on the darker, more edgy side. But damn, is this pretty. I would definitely want to smell this on someone. Maybe not on me, though. But on me, it smells good. I'm not lying. I mean, I do have lyric, man, so that's probably another reason why this is not resonating with me in terms of purchasing it. But I definitely have clients that I would show this to, and I think they would absolutely go crazy when they smell it. I cannot wait to show this to a few people in particular that I just know are gonna lose their crap for this fragrance. Eladaria is doing his thing, you know. I think this is like the best new Creed fragrance for the ladies they've dropped so far, since they've kind of transitioned into a new version of Creed, if you will. But yeah, this Out of the Blue, though, oof, this is a sick, thick vanilla fragrance. My gosh. Guys, I don't know if you can see that. There you go. If you can find this fragrance, if you can get a sample of this fragrance and you're a vanilla fan, you need to know this exists. You need to get your nose on this. Chocolate is becoming also a note that you're going to notice a lot more in the perfume world that's happening. It's like a trendy note and ingredient. A lot of fragrances are chocolate now, and I'm not mad at that. You know, it's almost like after Fève Gourmand was re-released, you know, Gourmand Coquin by Guerlain, when they re-released it as Fève Gourmand, that ushered in this chocolate wave. And now chocolate is in a lot of fragrances. And not mad. Lust, again, is my favorite chocolate fragrance currently. But this is definitely in my top 5. You know what I mean? If you like a chocolatey fragrance, if you like chocolate in a perfume, this is definitely in my top 5. And I might consider doing a top 10 chocolate fragrance list, or top 5, depending on how many I can gather. You know what I mean? But damn, this is a very sexy scent. Very sexy scent. Men and women will smell sick in this, guys. It's just amazingly done. That thing is gonna stick, guys. It's gonna stay. I can already tell this fragrance is made to last. It's not gonna be too much, but I know it's gonna do well in terms of projection and performance overall. It's been doing well, so I expect that to continue. And of course, Blanc Galaxy, really, really dope. Okay. Yeah, bro. Kamal, I'm always here on the weekends, man. Every Saturday and Sunday, you find me at Bergdorf. The only days that I'm not in Bergdorf is Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Those are my only days off in the store. I typically like to be off when there's less people to serve. So I'm usually here on the weekends. And yeah, if you want to come through, please do, man. I'd love to show you some of my picks and my little spice. You know what I mean? And of course, Blanc Galaxy, an absolute gorgeous, gorgeous floral citrus. Doing damage, guys. Doing damage. And I love the sprayer too. The fragrance nerd in me is like, yes. Yeah, man, this is a very beautiful citrus, guys. And thankfully, it's not too heavy in the price point, you know. But yeah. Yeah, man, it has been a minute since you came by. So, which fragrance is this? It's called Out of the Blue by Saint Rose. Let's see if I can make it work again. This is called Out of the Blue by Saint Rose. A very, very, very attractive chocolate vanilla concoction that is so sexy, so well made. And it's not gonna make your skin itch. It's not gonna give you headaches. It's not gonna make you uncomfortable. There's no hormone disruptors in this fragrance. You're not gonna wake up one day with an extra breast or an extra nipple or, you know what I mean? This is gonna keep you okay, you know? And I love the fact that this brand is also very conscious in terms of ingredients, in terms of like sustainability. You know, they're not destroying our planet so we can smell our best. That's awesome. So I'm a fan of this brand. It's so dope. Toby Farms, keep this type of movement moving. Your introspective. Wait a minute. This is interesting. Keep this type of movement moving. Your introspective thought, wait a minute. Your introspective through BG Scents is a refreshing take on fragrances and keeps me invested in Frag Talk. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I'm really grateful for you guys. Like, you have no idea. Honestly, guys, my channel has kind of like gotten to a place where I'm not really trying to grow it, you know, because I missed my opportunity, to be honest. Like, if I was recording during the lockdown, I'd be at 100+ subscribers with ease, you know. But I didn't do the lockdown thing like I should have. I was woofing. I looked very homeless. I wasn't getting haircuts. I was looking insane. But what I did was I wrote a book instead. But I wasn't filming. I wasn't recording. And I really missed a really awesome window of opportunity. And I regret that, to be honest with you. But I did accomplish other things that I'm proud of. But I wasn't consistent, and I messed up big time, guys. I would have been so far along. But I don't care, to be honest with you. That's a regret. But at the end of the day, I'm grateful for the people who watch it. You know, this channel has become a if you know type of thing. And I think I offer compelling content that's interesting, that you need to know. Fragrances that you don't really hear about. You know what I mean? You're not seeing these all over TikTok and Instagram, although, you know, this one, you know, you're going to start seeing this a whole lot, especially over the next couple of weeks. But these joints right here, who talks about this? No one but me, especially on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. I'm the only one talking about this stuff right here. You know, so I do feel like there's a purpose to be doing what I do, and I'm so grateful to have the audience I have, period. It could be 10 people watching these videos. It could be 5 people watching these videos. That's the reason to keep going, you know? Because I don't really do what I do because I'm trying to monetize my audience. I really just want to help my audience know about things they should know about, that they don't know about because influencers don't influence. I always say the same thing, I know. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much, Kamal. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Big Pa 78 might have to get that bomb man. The wife stole my DBE. Get out of here. You let her steal your DBE. Guys, if you don't know a bit about DBE, that's a brand that's only sold at Bergdorf Goodman in the United States. And it's a very interesting artisanal brand by a woman named Eva Petrick. And she's insanely awesome. Like her product, her fragrances are well crafted. Her art is really beautiful. She's a powerhouse, I gotta say. But DBE is called Database of Emotion. And you don't even find DBE on Fragrantica. Fragrantica doesn't even talk about, they don't even feature DBE. Meanwhile, DBE has been around for like 4 years now. And their fragrances are insane. They just released a new scent called AI. That's great, you know. I would have featured it in my alcove, but unfortunately we didn't have a ton of supply, so I couldn't, I had to leave them out. But anyway, but yeah, definitely you gave her your DVE, bro. But anyway, guys, you gotta definitely come through if you can during that pop-up. Again, it's starting this Thursday. They're working on it now. The unveiling might happen at the end of day today. Unfortunately, I'm going to be off for the next 2 days, so I wouldn't be around to kind of like greet guests. But you can always come by, even if I'm not here. But I would love for you to come by when I am here, and specifically between the 27th and the 30th, which will be the last 3 days of the pop-up. I would love for you guys to come by and just meet me, talk about whatever you're liking, and smell some really cool things. It'd be an honor to show you all around. Anyway, guys, I gotta be going back downstairs. The parade is over, so that means monies can be made finally. So I'm about to go make some, guys. And thank you again. Thank you so much for the patience. Thank you so much for sticking around, even though I had some technical difficulties. You know what I mean? I gotta get this stuff together, guys. It is wild, but it is what it is because it's live. Yeah, guys. I hope you all are having an amazing St. Patrick's Day. Go grab a drink, you know, but wait a little while, you know. Don't be one of those, you know. Anyway, guys, you all have an amazing rest of your day. I'm Eladaria, on the Accent God, and this is Simply Put Sensa. And I'm Simply OUT, guys. Peace.